Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
To play the game is going to be very simple. You're going to put your 3 hit points out. You're going to grab your dice. You're going to take the deck of cards here, which will already be shuffled, and you'll have your bad person. This will tell you how many hit points based on the number of players. So one with 6, playing with 4, he would have 12 hit points. Then you're going to take the deck of cards. You're going to take all the cards off the deck until you get to a stop, and that will become your draw pile. You can shuffle that up, and you're ready to go. I should note there is an app that you can utilize for the game. You press start, you put how many players in, what boss number you're on, the timer that you want, and you start it. And when you're ready to play, you let the timer go off. And then it'll kind of go through the timer for you and kind of cycle through. You can stop it if you need to by pressing this button. You know, if you ended it early, or if you're ready, you can go ahead and go. If you KO, it'll go ahead and go through, but it'll just count down the time for you. If you KO, then you would put how many remaining hit points, parries, wallops, etc., and it would give you a final grade. Obviously, I didn't do very well because we didn't play the game. What you're going to do on a turn is you're going to start, before you start the timer, you're going to put out 3 cards. Now, if a wallop card comes out, you put an additional card out. On your turn, once the timer is started, you're going to roll these dice as quickly as you can. And what you're trying to do, now when you place dice, you'll see these are color-coded. I can only press in this area first, then this area, and then this. So once I skip over this area and go here, I can never go back. What I'm trying to do is match up these icons. So this wants a foot, and then maybe I'll put a pea shooter there. I'll tell you why in a second. The next one requires 2 feet. I don't have any. The double feet doesn't count as 2 separate 1-foots. So once again, while the timer is going, I'm rolling as quickly as I can. Now, at any point, if I wanted to skip ahead, I could. I got one of those there. So let me do that. And then I got one more of this. And then we'll just say the timer ran out. So what this is going to let me do is I successfully blocked him on that one. But because I had a pea shooter, I will take his energy down 1. And anytime it only requires 1 icon, you can use the second one or the first one, doesn't matter the order, as a pea shooter. It tells you right here it will deal a damage. On this one, I gave up 2 of these icons, so I successfully blocked it, but it took both my spots. There's no place to put a pea shooter on one of these that has 2. This last one, I didn't do at all. So I didn't place anything there, so I would lose a hit point. If I ever lose all of my hit points, the other player can give up a parry token, which can be earned by defeating certain cards, and that can bring me back to life with just 1 hit point. If a player loses all of their health and the other player cannot bring them back to life, or there's no parry tokens, then both players will lose. After you defeat and do enough damage to defeat this bad guy, then you will move on to the second one in phase 2, and then possibly the one in the third phase. If you beat the one in the third phase, you will get a knockout card, which will give you a number of coins. If you're able to defeat all of that, the players will get a coin, and those coins will allow you to buy upgrade cards that you can use later on. And that what they'll usually do is give you hearts or allow you to move up and upgrade your pea shooter so you can do more damage as you're playing the harder opponents. And that's really how you play Cuphead. You're just trying to roll the dice as quickly as possible to match the icons. It's also important to note that you have this black die. What this black die is going to allow you to do is that if you use it as a pea shooter, instead of doing 1 damage, it's going to do 2 damage. You're also going to have these wallop cards that will come up. They don't do any damage to you, but if you're able to defeat it, you can draw a wallop card. And what the wallop card is going to do normally, it's going to be these cards, and they're going to give you additional icons. They might help you discard a time token or something, but they can usually help you progress in the game. And these can be used on your turn if you need to use them. And that's kind of how the wallop cards are going to be utilized.